Is this the moment for Congress to step up and say, now it has to be our turn? We're not at 60 days, but we're getting close. Let's discuss. Republican member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Mike Lawler, a Republican, New York, and leading Democrat on the Armed Services Committee, Democrat, Washington, Adam Smith. It's good to have you both. First of all, so for the Democratic perspective, this is obviously an easier sell. You're not at 60 days under the Federal War Powers Resolution law, but is this the moment for Congress to say, Mr. President, you've done enough, Adam. You can't legally do more by yourself. You need to come to us. Is this the moment for that?
Yeah, I wouldn't focus on the legality. That's part of it. I would focus on the policy. It's a terrible policy. You can get into all kinds of debates about the War Powers Resolution, what power the commander-in-chief has, doesn't have. This bad policy, and members of Congress should do what we can to try and stop it, and passing a War Powers Resolution would do it. And I think you summed it up fairly well. We've not made any progress on getting Iran to abandon its nuclear program. I'm sorry, but the previous commentary drove me a little bit crazy there. Oh, we had to do this because of their nuclear program. So glad we did. We've done nothing to set their nuclear program back any further than where it was before. You're correct. We also don't have clarity on exactly where it's at, but we haven't done anything to affect that. All we've done is solidify the regime. Yes, we've taken out a bunch of their missiles. We've reduced that somewhat, but the core goal of getting Iran to change its posture hasn't happened. And you're right. Bombing a bunch of train stations and power plants isn't going to change that. They got to get to a negotiated settlement. I'm relieved tonight that they got to the ceasefire, but this war was a mistake from the beginning, and Congress should act to end it now.
Mike, you're patiently listening, but your face tells the story. You don't like any of that. Why?
As a New Yorker, I'm not going to hide my feelings. Look, the bottom line here is Republicans and Democrats have said for decades that Iran cannot possess a nuclear weapon. They have said that this regime needed to go. For my colleague to say that nothing has been done, the fact is in 5 weeks, the regime itself, the Ayatollah, the clerics, the leadership of the IRGC have been eliminated. The ballistic missiles capabilities have been severely diminished. Their naval fleet, much of it has been obliterated. To say that nothing has been accomplished or done over these 5 weeks is absurd.
I did not
But what
say
you're
that.
showing tonight on your screen, what you're seeing is Israel continue to be under threat and attack, which it has been for years by the Iranian regime and its terror proxies in the north, in the west, in the east, in the south, okay? Hundreds of ballistic missiles flying. If the United States took on one ballistic missile into our country, what would we do? We would respond with the full force and weight. And yet you have Democrats like AOC saying that we should not support Iron Dome. Adam, why don't you say tonight, where do you stand? Do you agree with AOC that we should no longer fund Iron Dome?
Let's stay out of this partisan politics stuff. AOC isn't in this
Just answer my question. Adam, answer the question. Answer the question. Do you agree with AOC, the leader of the Democratic Party? Do you agree with her?
We got the question.
This is ridiculous. And this is a clown show. You want to have a conversation? I'll have a conversation. I don't have any problem.
No, this is a very serious issue that you guys have allowed to devolve into a partisan political fight. You have allowed it to devolve into a partisan political fight because you hate the president so much that you're actually rooting for failure in Iran. It's shameful.
This is the type of partisan crap that the American people hate. He won't address.
You are rooting for failure. It is pathetic.
Okay, you can't stop talking because you know how wrong you are.
All right, hold on, guys, please.
I'll answer the question.
Please. I know, but just hold on a second. I don't care about the question. We all know the answer to the question. Here's the thing, Mike. You can't have it both
what is
ways.
the answer? I don't know what his answer
Mike,
is.
all right, fine.
I don't know
Adam,
what his
answer the question, and then let me have my show back.
Is he going to stop talking? Maybe we need to shut off his mic so we can actually have a conversation.
Ceasefire. No, I don't do that. Mike, just let him answer.
Israel's right to defend itself. You know, I've had protesters out front of my house screaming at me at 5 o'clock in the morning because I voted for that. You're setting up a straw man false argument because you don't want to face the reality of what's happened here. What I said.
No, it's not a false argument.
Oh, here we go. What I said,
No, Mike,
because
let him
you
finish.
addressed
I'll come back to you.
is that we made no
Go ahead.
progress setting back their nuclear program. And then I very specifically said we made progress on hitting their missiles and their other capabilities. But the promise of this campaign was a fundamental change in Iran's approach. And we have not set back their nuclear program. I know you always want to debate the craziest position you can, but it would be far more interesting if you would just debate me and the actual issues that are in front of us.
Yeah. Adam, to say that we haven't set back their nuclear program is absurd. Last summer, the president ordered a strike on 3 nuclear facilities.
Since this
to
war
say somehow
started,
that was not successful
this war
is
started.
absolutely
June
absurd
12th
and
is an
belies
entirely
logic.
different
Hold on.
All right, Adam,
Guys.
Number one. Number two.
Guys, hold on.
Number two.
Mike,
I
hold
let
on.
you
Let's
finish,
go.
Adam.
Wait,
I let you finish.
Mike, I know it's
No,
not
you
Adam, it's
didn't.
Chris. This is my show. It's the big head in the middle.
No, you didn't.
Listen, Mike, let's just do one point at a time, okay? Mike, you make a good point. Last summer, the president bombed Iran without going to Congress, said it was imminent, never proved it, said he obliterated the nuclear program, and then several months later, they were stronger than ever. That is not proof of your premise that we did a great job with it then or now. Before this war, gas prices were down and the strait was open. Now the strait is closed and gas prices are up. This is not an easy sell for the American people. How do you make it, Mike? I'll let you answer.
Okay, again, last summer, all right, the president ordered a strike against 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities. It was successful. To say otherwise defies logic, number one. Number two, okay, they were mass producing ballistic missiles. Why? Because this was a terrorist regime in effect for 47 years that was hell-bent on developing a nuclear weapon. So they were mass producing ballistic missiles. The president made a decision to take action and end this reign of terror. We have eliminated the Ayatollah, the leadership of the IRGC, the clerics. To say that nothing has been done to change their direction is wrong. This regime was unwilling to negotiate anything up until today. You actually have a potential pathway, not just for a ceasefire and the reopening of the Straits of Hormuz that you're talking about, Chris, but you actually have the pathway to a longer-term deal. Why? Because President Trump actually took action, unlike President Obama, who sent pallets of cash in the hopes that somehow that would prevent them from developing a nuclear weapon, or President Biden, who tried to renegotiate the Iran nuclear deal and lifted sanctions on the oil trade, the illicit oil trade. That is what funds Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and others. So give me a break about this nonsense that somehow we have not taken decisive action.
I'm not giving you a break, Adam. I'm coming to you for the last word. But Mike, look.
Yeah, I'll be very quick.
I'm going to give you the last word.
I'm sorry. I got it, Chris.
Go ahead, Adam, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, you talk about the bundles of cash. I mean, Trump lifted oil sanctions to the tune of $14 billion for Iran in the middle of this war. So I don't think that's a particularly consistent position.
Joe Biden allowed hundreds of billions of dollars to go to the Iranian regime. Give me a break, Adam. You are so full of it. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing,
I wouldn't
Adam.
let anybody else speak either. If you had
absolutely
last word,
I understand why you
last
don't let
word to
anybody
Adam.
else
Mike,
talk.
cease fire on your mouth. We don't need insults. It's not what we do. Go ahead.
All right,
Adam.
that's fine. I mean, I can see why he doesn't want to defend Trump's positions on this. So I did my best. That's all.
I have defended it. And unfortunately, you have capitulated to the far left of your party and AOC, your leader. So just answer the question. Do you agree with AOC that we should no longer fund the Iron Dome? Just answer the question. Do you think we should no longer fund the Iron Dome?
When you keep saying answer the question and you keep talking, it just makes you look like a jackass, frankly. Okay?
All right, fellas.
Fine.
That's enough.
No, Adam,
that's enough.
I'm asking you a very straightforward question. It's a very straightforward question on a policy dispute that your party is engaged in.
Mike, he already answered it. It was a cheap shot to begin with. And you're the one doing what you accused him of.
It's not a cheap shot.
Yeah, of course it is.
And
AOC is
Ro
not the
who you
leader
have
of
on the
anything.
show frequently, have come out and
they
said
are
it.
welcome to come. and they are welcome to come. But they're not the leader of anything, and they're entitled to their own opinion.
He's the ranking member.
He answered the, he answered the question.
Ranking member on the Armed Services
Mike,
Committee. He's
Mike,
the ranking member. This is a decision
Mike,
that he's going to have to answer for.
And Mike, he answered the question.
Not even like paying attention to what's going on here? Are you in like a different studio or something?
Mike, I hear you. I'll tell you what's going to be ironic the next time we have a conversation about 8-9 days from now. I will bet you that the deal they come up with, and I hope they come up with a deal, just to be clear that you don't think I want America to lose, Mike. I just feel that America's losing right now in what's going on.
I didn't say
But when the deal comes up, I bet you it looks a lot like the deal that you piss all over that Obama and 10 other countries put together with these guys. I bet you it looks a lot the same. Adam, I got to jump. Thank you.
Guarantee
Mike,
it doesn't.
Thanks, Chris.
I'll see you again. Don't guarantee, because you won't want to pay.